This says to solve for x and write your answer in simplest radical form. For both of these problems, we're going to focus on number 3, but for both of these problems, you split the triangle up into 2 different triangles. And you're using a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is the hypotenuse. It's always across from the right angle. And we're going to draw 2 triangles right now and focus on each of them separately. So here's one triangle. We have this, and it has our x. I'm going to draw that off to the side up here. So if I drew that first triangle, it had a 12 and an x. So I'll say 12 and x. That's off to the side. I'm missing this side length, and I'm missing the hypotenuse. I know it's the hypotenuse, which is my c value, because you can think of it as this right angle, like a little arrow, and it's pointing to it. So this would be c, but I also don't have a. So I can't solve this right now. I cannot solve that right now. But I have another right triangle. That's this one. I'm going to redraw that. It's just a little bit smaller to the side here, where the bottom is 8, the hypotenuse is 17. And let's see if I can do this like this. I can continue on if I need to. So, I don't have this side right here, but I can use Pythagorean theorem, where maybe this, I would call this one A, this is B, and that's C because it's across from the right angle. That's this triangle. That's this triangle here. I just drew it up there. I can solve for B using this. So that's what I'm going to do first. So A squared, which is 8. So 8 squared plus B squared equals 17 squared, whatever that is. And I'm going to try and get b squared all by itself. So that's 64 plus b squared equals, what's 17 squared? 17 squared. Can you see that? Maybe. There we go. 289. So 289. I'm trying to get b squared by itself. So minus 64 minus 64. B squared equals 5, 8, that's 2 and 2. 225. And then from here, I square root. Now, a lot of people tried to break this down. Whenever you're doing a square root and solving like this, I would suggest always just trying. Put the square root in your calculator first, because it turns out this one is a really simple one. It turns into just regular 15. So b, regular b, equals 15, which means that's 15, right? But notice that 15 here is right here, which also means in this triangle, that's 15 as well. And now, looking at the other triangle, I can do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Once again, this I'm going to say is a, b, and c. So then I'll have, let's see, x squared. Let's do it right here. X squared plus 12 squared equals 15 squared. So x squared plus 144. Do that in the calculator. Equals, we just saw that was 225. Subtract 144 from both sides. X squared equals, what is that, 1, 20, what is that, 5, 1, 2, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yeah, just 81. And then we square root, and once again, some people try to break this down, but whenever you're solving, just try it in the calculator first. The square root of 81, if you don't know off the top of your head, just do it in the calculator. That's 9. So x equals 9, and that's the answer to number 3. So you can say x equals 9. The key is draw one of the triangles. Actually, draw both of them. We drew this one, and before we were missing this side and this side. So we couldn't do anything. We were missing 2 sides. Couldn't work with it. This one, we were only missing one side, so we could find it, and then use it to fill in the other triangle, and then solve for our last remaining side on the last triangle.